Once you're standing, separate your feet nice and wide. And go ahead and point through your right toes and then pigeon toe your left foot, meaning the left heel is further back than the toes. Put a bend in the right knee, and let's keep your hips directly over your shoulders. Now as you look at your right knee, it should look like the big toe is coming out of your inner knee. That's how you know you've got the alignment right. This can be challenging for balance. Your center of gravity is totally shifted right now. Your center of gravity used to be in your hips, but now it's in front of the hips. So if you find you have a little trouble balancing, that's okay, it's normal. Let's come into Exalted Warrior. Take your left hand to the straight leg and the right arm up to the sky. Create some spaciousness and openness for the liver, for the right lung, for the baby. Breathing in spaciousness into the shoulder. Exalted Warrior. I like this pose. I find it's hard to be grumpy in this pose. You know, it's like la 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 la. Exalted Warrior, yes. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back to center. Virabhadrasana 2. This is Warrior 2. From here, go ahead and take your hand to your knee or your thigh. Point your tailbone to your back heel so that you're keeping your spine straight. Now imagine that you were up against a wall and you want to keep the left shoulder on that wall as you bring the left arm up toward the sky. The tendency here is that your left shoulder wants to drop forward. So we want to keep it nice and open as if your entire body were up against a wall. If it feels appropriate and comfortable, you could reach the left fingertips beyond the crown of the head. That is an option. Breathing now into the whole left side of the body. The spine feels straight. So you're either on your hand, or if it feels good, if you're kind of, in the first trimester or even the second trimester, you might still feel comfortable dropping down to the elbow. And if that's the case, that's fine. Again, be present with what is in this moment, not pushing past what feels good. One more breath. And then as you exhale, bring that left arm back to your side. Back to center, hands to the hips. You're like, what hips? I know, I remember. Feet are still separated wide. Point through the left toe, pigeon toe the right, and lunge into the left heel. So the reason why you want the shoulders over the hips is, see, what happens is if the left shoulder is over mid-thigh, you're going to put too much weight on that left hip. So keeping the shoulders over the hips, and think about having the hips are equidistant to the floor. The left hip is not dropping down further than the right. Now, you want to keep the hips open. But something that happens here is if the knee goes back, sometimes this causes the right hip to go forward. So it's okay if the right hip goes a little bit forward, but ideally you're thinking about keeping the right hip back and the left knee back so you're nice and open. Let's come into Exalted Warrior. Right hand to the straight leg, left arm up to the sky. Breathing into the left side, left lung. Spaciousness for baby. So you have muscles between your ribs called intercostals, and so you are in fact stretching and opening up those intercostals muscles between your ribs, which helps not only with your lung capacity, but of course creating more space for the baby. Now your lung capacity improving is a wonderful thing right now because there's less room in there. And oxygen, you want to oxygenate your body. Wonderful to take walks too. They don't have to be long. One way you can do it is just get your phone, set your timer for 5 minutes. Let's bring it to center. And into side angle, so down onto your hand. Once again, think about you're up against a wall. nice open chest, right arm up to the sky or slightly overhead. So getting back to what I was saying, you can set your alarm for 5 minutes and then just walk. Just walk out of your house. And when the timer goes off, just walk back. And then you got a 10-minute walk. If that felt pretty comfortable, try for a 15-minute walk. You can set the timer for 7 or 8 minutes. You can go for a 20-minute walk, etc. It's whatever feels right to you. But it's a wonderful way to stay oxygenated. All right, one more breath. And exhale, bring that right arm to your side and bring it to center. All right. So now I'd like you to have a seat on the end of your bolster. And if you don't have a bolster, you can sit on a stack of blankets or you can sit on 1 or 2 blocks. And we're going to come into Malasana. So for years, myself and all my friends who were also yoga teachers, we used to call this pose Malasana, with the emphasis toward the end of the word. And then one day, in class, I had a student come up to me and he said, "The way you are saying it is incorrect. It's not Malasana, it's Malasana. The way you are saying it, it means poop." Which I thought was funny because it is kind of a poop in the woods position. All right, so you can have your feet close in if that feels good. But if you're not able to have a nice flat back, then it's better to bring your feet further away. So only bring your feet in to what feels good in the hips and still maintaining a nice flat back. And now use your elbows or your arms to press those knees open. And let's stay here for 3 full breaths. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. All right, now come to cross-legged. So I'd like to do a twist. Now, when it comes to twists, you don't want to do a traditional twist where you have the belly pressing into an inner knee somewhere or into an inner thigh. So you keep the knees open. You're going to take your right hand to your right knee and your left hand behind you. So you'll notice, I am getting a twist, but I am not twisting the baby. I'm getting a nice rotation to the spine without squeezing any spaciousness from the baby. And so it's nice to keep an even weight on the hips. Think of your spine straight up like a redwood tree. Actually, a better image would be like a barber shop pole that has those red stripes around them. My goodness, you might not know what I'm talking about because you're young, you're so young. But anyway, go ahead and rotate straight up, but then rotating to the left, nice and open. One more breath. And mind you, it's not as easy to breathe when you're in a twist, and that's okay. And bring it back to center, and let's do the other side. Try not to lean back. Try not to lean any direction. It's straight up and down, and then rotate to the right. Left hand on the left knee, right hand behind you. And breathe, and let your teeth part and soften your tongue. Shoulders are equidistant to the floor. Relax your scalp. Feels good. Okay, so now we're going to prepare ourselves for a passive back bend. So if you have blocks, bring the blocks into a T shape so that you can place the bolster at an angle. Now, if you don't have blocks, then just use folded blankets or use pillows. You can use pillows and blankets for this whole thing. What's really important is that you want to be on an incline, a nice 45-degree, where the weight of the baby is not compressing straight down, but you're still able to open the chest. And this is such a wonderful opportunity. It's such a wonderful opportunity to be able to lie on your back in such a way that is beneficial and not harmful. I would recommend a folded blanket under your buttocks as well. So you sit on the folded blanket and then bring your back to the bolster or to your giant pile of whatever you've created and really get a feel. Does this feel right? Okay, now remember, you're going to be doing this practice over and over. And so you will learn exactly what's going to work. So the first time, give yourself time to figure it out. What do you need? What's going to work? You want to feel like your chest is nice and open. Maybe you need an extra blanket behind your head. Number one, you feel relaxed. Number two, you watch your breath. And if your breath is smooth and even, that's telling you it's good and there's no pain. If you need to, you can have your knees bent, propping the knees up against each other. Or you can have your legs straight. You could also cross your ankles and let your knees drop open. And the idea is you'd like your chest to open up and the front of the shoulders to open up. And enjoy. You could even place a little neck roll, like roll up a towel and place a neck roll behind your neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. These are all ideas. Bringing your awareness to your baby. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Visualize a beautiful energy of love around your baby. I'm so excited to meet you. I love you so much. I am not perfect, but you can count on me to always love you. 20% of the time, I'm going to be awesome. 20% of the time, I'm going to be not so awesome. And then the rest of the time, I'm probably going to be like doing a lot of chores and life stuff. But just know the whole time, I love you so much. I am here for you, and I love you, and I love you, and I love you, and I love you. I am surrounding you now with an energy of love and compassion, of vibrant health and well-being. I love you, I love you, I love you. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your own heart space be open, a light of mellow joy in the center of your chest. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. It won't always be easy, but it will be amazing. And I will not try to be perfect, but instead, awesome, wonderful, compassionate, creative, loving, anything but perfect. Breathe in and breathe out. My body temple, a temple of light, a temple of love. And although this is my only prenatal yoga, you could do the pranayama breathing or any of the guided imagery meditations. Feel free to stay here longer if you'd like. But if you feel that you've had enough, you can go ahead and bring the soles of the feet to the mat. And roll to your side. Bring yourself up to seated. Hands to the knees, drop your chin down into your chest, stretching out the back of the neck. Inhale the head to center. And drop your right fingertips down, dropping left ear to left shoulder. And just let the pose open up the right side of your neck. Go ahead and tilt your head so that your chin is coming in towards your shoulder, your left shoulder. And then back left ear over left shoulder, bring it to center. And now left fingertips down to the floor in line with the hips and drop the right ear to the right shoulder, keeping all the muscles of the face relaxed and soft. Opening up the left side of the neck, and then rotating your head, chin toward the shoulder. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Ear over shoulder, bring your head back to center and drop your chin down into your chest. Bringing your head up, switch out the crossing of the legs, and let's stretch out your extrinsic eye muscles. So you're gonna just look straight up to 12, slightly to the right, 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4, 5, straight down to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, straight up. Rub the palms together, take a nice deep inhalation. And then close the eyes and then just place the hands over the eyes. This is balancing out the right and left hemisphere of the brain, and is also stretching out the extrinsic eye muscles that are behind your eyes that connect into your occipital lobe of your brain. Let's go ahead and release the hands back to the knees, and we'll go the other direction. Look straight up to 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight up. Rub the palms together. Inhale. And then exhale. So you're not pressing the eyes. You're just closing the eyes and soothing the eyes with the presence of the hands, keeping the shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed. And you might have felt a little soreness or even little stars in particular spots. And when that happens, you feel free to go back or hold that particular spot that feels sore. All right, bringing the hands to Namaskar. I wish you so well on your journey, your discovery of yourself. You're going to learn so much about yourself on this journey. Sending you so much love and compassion for what it is to be human, compassion for yourself and for all of those around you. The meaning of Namaste is the light within me salutes the light within thee. Namaste.